Ed, you know, I tried to get him in the legitimate business. We were always in the illegitimate business, but I tried to get him to come work for me. And finally I had to tell him, listen, you done called me, man, 20 times this week. I know. You know, you got to remember these phone numbers and these companies. If you can't remember that, you can't be here. Amen. You can't be making these calls because this guy's mad at you. He's done told you 20 times he don't buy this stuff. Why are you bothering him? Go to the next call. All right, you know, come on now. I mean, you know, he done told you 20 times. We don't even use the stuff. You know, we don't use boxes. We don't use paddles. We don't use any of this stuff. So I've been praying for Ed to get saved, and Ed finally gets evicted. You said, what was that? That was an answered prayer. Next thing I know, he's praying to me and saying, I need to get saved. I need to go to church. He starts coming to church. He comes to church a couple of weeks, a couple of months. He finally decides one service to come down the altar, and I go down the altar, and I lead my friend to the Lord.
Amen.
Been my friend for years. He died 20 years ago. How come your friends ain't being saved? You say you're Christian. Where's your friends? Where's your friends? Where's your family? Is there not nobody you care about that you can drag? I mean, drag them if you have to, amen. I mean, you know, lock them up or put handcuffs on them, amen. Do something, amen. I mean, just you know, keep praying.
Amen. Amen.
You keep praying.
Amen.
Can't get them there, keep praying for them, amen.
Amen.
You telling me you don't want to see nobody in heaven? There ain't nobody special in your life you want to see in heaven? Man, wouldn't it be impossible? You talk about a bad day. Hey man, here's the day of judgment. I told this guy that works with me, he's a Mormon, and I said, now listen, one day, I said, I am a horrible Christian. My buddy's a horrible Christian. My daughter's a horrible Christian, but we are Christians. I said, we're not the best testimony. All right, I'm going to tell you that right now. I said, but one day, we're going to be on the judgment side, and you're going to be standing before God and trying to explain why your religion, why God should let you into heaven. And your name's not going to be in the book, and we got to judge you. And we're going to be begging God to give you another chance, and God's going to say, no. You had your chance. You had your chance to pray for him. And I pray for him now. You say you think he's ever going to make it? Not really. But that doesn't keep me from not praying. I got to still keep praying for him until God tells me not to. How many people are going to stand there in Judgment Day because you didn't tell them? They're going to go to hell. They're going to look at you and say, why didn't you tell me? You knew all about this thing. You knew this day was coming.
Right.
You knew life was short. You knew life was like a vapor. You knew it was going to come, and yet you still haven't told me. And now I got to stand before God, and God's fixing to throw me into hell. And we're the ones that are doing the judging. No, you don't got no blood. You got to go. Would you hate to be on that jury?
Amen.
When it's your friend and your family member?
Right. Amen.
And you have to say, thumbs down like they did in Caesar's day. Live, die. And everybody's coming in the line. All your friends, all your family, everybody, amen? They didn't get saved. Roll straight and narrow. You there be to go to heaven. I understand that, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't be praying for them. Say, I ain't got nothing to pray about. Huh? You know, now you way beyond me. Amen. I can tell you that. You're a great Christian. Amen. You so wonderful, you don't even have to pray for nobody. You that wonderful, I tell you. You're pretty good. Amen. I give you another. You know what a Christian does? They give. Will a man rob God? But you have robbed me. But you say, wherein have we robbed thee in tithes and offerings? You are cursed with a curse, it's Malachi 3:8. For you have robbed me, that's Old Testament, even the whole nation. Bring ye all the tithes of my storehouse, there might be meat in my house. And prove me now, prove me, God says, prove me. In other words, I challenge you to tithe. Prove me now, if I don't open the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing that there's not room enough till you receive it. He said, I'm going to bless you so much, you ain't even going to have enough room. I got motorcycles and four-wheelers, and I mean, they always tear them up like crazy, but I got all kinds. I got a swimming pool, amen. I never thought I was going to live like that. I mean, I was living in a 1936 home before this one. Amen. I mean, when we first got there, the house was leaning a foot. My dad had to come out there and jack it up, amen. Busted every window. Bathtub fell in. You know what we kept doing? Kept giving.
Amen.
You say, why? Because I believe this verse.
Amen.
I believe the Bible.
Amen. Amen.
And we applied for our first house, and I wanted that Obama check, you know, because Obama was giving $8,000 if you bought your first house. I wanted my $8,000. But I didn't get the loan. They said, you don't qualify.
That's right.
Try it next year. I said, okay. I said, now Lord, I've been serving you all my life. I got a little ticked. Amen. I was ticked to God. You said you've never been ticked to God. Okay, you ought to lie to yourself. That's all right. That's all right. Okay, that's okay. That's all right. I believe. Yeah, shark spot. I was a little ticked. You know, and I said, now Lord, I've been serving you all my life. I said, well, you know, what seems to be the problem here? Finally, the next year comes, and prices, the market went down. I mean, they're closing business left and right, and that, you know, this mansion I'm living in, I got for half price. If I sold it now, I could buy a small house and be paid for it. I mean, I would have no mortgage. I mean, I could live free. I just got paid for the taxes. But you know, here I am, and I'm swimming in my pool. I enjoy it. You say, why? Because I believed this verse that God was going to bless me one day.
Amen.
Amen. And the storehouse was going to be so opened up that I couldn't even keep up with all the stuff I got.
Amen.
I mean, my son's probably wrecked 5 cars. I mean, I don't know how many cars he's done had. Amen. One right after another. If we had every vehicle that we've ever had, amen, since we've been there, I mean, we'd have a parking lot for there. You know, whole parking lot for sale. Cars, used cars for sales. You say, why? Because I believe the Bible. I believe in giving. I asked God, all right. You said I'd tithe. You said you would open up the windows and you would fill my house. All right, let's see if you do it. All right, I'm gonna take you up on the offer. I'm gonna take you up on your challenge, God. What do you think about that? Amen.
Amen.
You know what? For the longest, got nothing. Now when he started opening up that window, that flood just started coming. I mean, the next thing I know, I mean, we're building $1 million church. $1 million church. You say, where'd you get the $1 million? Trusted God. God just opened the windows. See, you know what the problem is? You don't believe it. A Christian gives because they want to help out their church. Now, we have no light bill, we have no rent bill, we have no water bill. If you give us any money, we're just going to give it to the missionaries. Alright? So, I mean, it's not like we're gonna do anything with it. I mean, we're gonna give it to somebody that needs it.
Amen. Amen.
Hey man, I like to pick old men that need support. You say, why do you pick them? Because when they get that check, they can actually get a hold of God. I know they can, amen. So I like to give them 75-year-old men a check, amen, for $100, and they look at that check and they go, Lord, would you please bless Brother Lupe? Amen. Because I just got it. Hey, bless his wife, amen, because it's under her name, amen. And I wish you'd bless that family right there, amen. You say, that's how I believe in tithing, amen. And giving is because you give. Amen. And when you give, God says, I'll give you back so much you ain't even going to be able to keep on.
Amen.
Amen.
That's what it proved. They go to church, they read the Bible, they pray, they give, they witness, and invite people to church. I mean, if nothing else, if you can think of nothing else to say, all you got to do is just say, you got to hear this crazy Mexican, amen. I mean, this guy is just plain crazy. I mean, you got to listen to this guy. I mean, this guy is nuts. I mean, you need to come hear him. If nothing else, if you can think of nothing else to say, amen, good about God, at least you can say that, amen. Come listen to this crazy guy. I mean, he actually believes that God listens to his prayers, amen. And when he talks, he believes